Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rob. This is RH Midwest Comics, and I've got another price analysis for you. This time it's a book that I haven't done before. It's Amazing Spider-Man 129, first appearance of the Punisher. If you've watched my videos before, I've done 4 other books. I've done Amazing Fantasy 15, Hulk 181, X-Men 1, and Giant Size X-Men 1. So I did individual videos on each of those, and then I ended up doing an update on all 4 of them together in one video. So now I'm starting to branch out some more, include some new books. So we're going to do ASM 129, and we're going to take a look at how it's done over the past couple years in terms of average price of sold CGC books. And the best part about it is we're going to see how things have been going in 2023, right? That's what people are most interested in. So let's get into it. You guys know how I do this. I take GPA data, and here are some examples of some different grades that I pulled up. So here you can see the 9.8. Behavior is pretty similar, right? No one is surprised by this. You know, getting into the COVID era, huge spikes, then big corrections, and then maybe a little bit increase on the end there. So that's 9.8. 9.6, same thing, big increase, correction, and 9.6 actually looks like it's going back up as well. And then you get into the 9.0, same thing. When you look at the end, maybe a little bit flatter there. 8.0, again, the correction looks like it's actually continuing to go down. And then 5.0, same thing, big correction, then maybe a little bit flat going down. I'm going to show you details of what the overall book looks like here, but I just wanted to give you some samples of what what GPA is. Okay, but I just wanted to give you an idea and some examples of how the graphs look and how the trends look for individual grades. Okay, now let's get into the overall scope of how this book has been doing. Okay, here we go. Here's the graph, and I have it all laid out. When you look at the bottom of the chart, it starts way over at the left in January 2020, because that is always a good baseline in my mind, where prices were really stable for quite a while, you know, slow, steady growth over the years. And just before COVID hit, right? And then we go all the way through 2020, through 2021, and now all the way through the end of 2022. And you see on the far right hand side here, I've got January through April of 23. So we're going to look at all this data, and here's how it started. So in January of 2020, again on the far left hand side here, the average sale price of Amazing Spider-Man 129 was $1,902. So remember, these are all CGC prices, and everything that sold in January of 2020, right? No matter what the grade was, the average price of all those books that sold was $1,902. Strong price when you think about it, right? So let's see what happened as time goes by here. So 2020, a little bit flat. Then we start getting into COVID. People start spending money, and then bam, skyrocketing prices. Cheap money, free money from the government. People staying at home, not spending money on all the other stuff they used to because they're in lockdown mode, at least in most places. And everybody was spending their money on collectibles. And this is what happened. This book shot up a lot higher than some of the other books, but this is still similar behavior to what we've seen on all the other price analyses that I've done before. So in June of 21, it hit its high point. That's why I stopped the graph here, right? So the high point increased to $6,603. So an increase of 247% from the beginning of 2020. Astonishing. That price increase is unheard of. So we know what happens next, right? Now we're going to go through the last part, or kind of the middle part of the chart, and then we'll get into 2023, okay? So what happens after we get to the high point? Well, it's a little bit interesting, right? The correction, yes, it happens, but there was another peak that was created, just not quite as high. So here we go. So big decrease, some flattening out, and then the price another peak again before we get to the end of 2022 where we see more correction. So at the end of 2022, the price decreases to $3,546. That means it was down 46% from the high point. So much needed correction. I think we can all agree on that. And do we think that price is where it should have been if we saw normal growth year over year? Maybe. I think that part's debatable. Maybe it's still a little bit too high. Maybe not. Maybe people think it should be higher. Regardless, even though it was down 46% from the high point, I mean, look, the price is almost double from where it was at the beginning of 2020, right? $1,900 up to over $3,500, almost 100% increase. So, yep, much needed correction, but still way up from where it was. So, very, very strong sale prices. But if you were people that bought in here, you know, at this peak in June of 21, or even in these high points of, it looks like it was like March, April, and May of 2022 when we saw the other peak, those people aren't going to be happy because the prices are down so much. But if you're holding on to the book, it doesn't matter, right? Okay, so what happens after as we get into 2023? What do you guys think happened? Does it keep going down? Does it go up? Here we go. So January, the price increased. February, we saw another increase. March, another increase. And then finally, April, it kind of flattens out. It's actually a very, very small decrease from March to April. But the April data came in at $4,007, an increase of 13% for the year. So the book is up. No matter how you look at it, everyone, the book has increased for the first 4 months of 2023. I know a lot of people out there were thinking the book would continue to drop, and maybe it will after this. We don't know. We really don't know. But it seems like people aren't so scared of inflation the past few months or the economy, which seemed to be going in the tank. But yeah, there is definitely some confidence, and this growth is not just for ASM 129, right? There's some other books as well, but I'll do those updates at a later time, and I'll include the May data point as well because we are getting close to the end of May. I always wait for the month to end before I include it as a data point. So anyway, there you have it. The book is on the rise. What have I seen? If I want to give you guys a sneak peek at May, well, it's a mix. There are some grades that are down and some grades that are up. So I would have to guess, my guess, right? I'm not a betting man, but my guess is May is going to be fairly similar to April. I don't know if it's going to be slightly up or slightly down, but I don't see huge growth and I don't see huge drops in prices. So that's my guess, but we'll see when the data is all said and done. But that's it. So I'm going to be adding some new books in as well. Some other ones I haven't done yet. I'm going to add in some DC books because so far it's all been Marvel. But send me some suggestions if you want to see a specific book. I haven't done Fantastic Four #1. I haven't done Hulk #1. I haven't done any of the DC books. I know some people want me to do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'll get that one on there as well. But send me suggestions if you want to see some new books. And each month I'll do at least one update. I'll probably do a couple updates and a new book each month. That's my goal. But as I do these updates, it's a lot easier, right? When I do a book for the first time, it takes a long time. That's why I do its own video, because there's so much number crunching. But as I do the update for the books that I've already done, it's just adding on a month or 2 months of data, much easier to do it. And that's why I do a collaboration video with multiple books. So I'll get to a point where I do updates on a bunch of Silver Age books, and then I'll do an update on all the Bronze Age books and so on and so forth. So look forward to that. Again, send me comments, suggestions. Let me know if you like these videos or if you have any ideas on how I can make it better. All right, until next time, have a great day.